Hey everybody, you're at the Mini Woodstock Festival in Santa Barbara, California. Yes, this is the show where Foreave Stars International shine. It's for entrepreneurs in the entertainment field. And tonight we have some great guests for you, so keep tuned. Here we go at the Dream Machine USA, telling you, lift your glasses, get all your hors d'oeuvres ready, because we're going to have fun tonight. You're at the Dream Machine USA at ABG Studios and our TV studios, Mini Woodstock Festival. So join us, have fun tonight. We've got some great guests for you. Yay! Keep tuned, everybody. Hi, Lucy Luca here. Once again, we're at the Mini Woodstock Festival. Get your drinks, get your hors d'oeuvres. We're ready to have some fun. I'm Lucy Luca, the reporter for the Foreave Stars International. And this month, we have a lovely guest who is also a world traveler and also a writer and a script writer for films. Oh my goodness. Virginia Mariposa Dale has done so many things. So I would like to introduce you to Virginia. I met her several years ago. And it's so lovely to have you with us. I'm so glad you could make it today, darling. It's great. Can't wait to hear all about your life. I know that I have a couple of your books. One, Never Marry in Morocco, and I think the other one is called The Bushy Twins.
Yes, I have done a bit of pecking at the typewriter in my day, and you know, it's been fun. I enjoy writing. Yes, of course, I've made a movie because I have all these fabulous producers begging me to make movies all the time. Only I ended up paying for it somehow because I must not be very smart.
She's an entrepreneur, though, and don't we all pay when we're entrepreneurs in the entertainment field? Yes, we do, because we want to work for ourselves. Let's remember what this is all about. The Foreave Stars International are all entrepreneurs in their own right. Ginny's a writer. Those writers hide lots of secrets. So we're going to try and get that key today and unlock some of those secrets. And let's hear how did you get started in this world of entertainment, of writing?
At Santa Barbara Adult Education in Bill Richardson's creative writing class, which was a stupendous class. We wrote a short story every week, mailed it up to him on Mountain Drive. He faithfully read them, and then he'd come back and sit in class, and he'd sit next to us for an hour, and he'd speak to us in a kind of code, like, "You're getting warmer." And every now and then, he'd really like something someone wrote, and he'd read a little bit. He himself is a fascinating person. I think he's still among us. He's Yeah, he lives on Mountain Drive in a house that he built himself.
Wow. So what I'm getting here is that you must have got really hot. He's saying you're getting warmer, but you must have got hot because you have two books that I know about, and I've been following your career as an entrepreneur, and you are now doing film. I mean, what kind of films? And a lot of films. I know. I've heard a lot of stuff about you.
Oh, goodness, I didn't know I was that hot.
Oh, you're popular.
Anyway, I started writing screenplays because I kept getting these little rejection notes about this large from New York firms. You know, there are only 5 of them, Knopf, Random House, Doubleday. Saying, thank you very much, but this does not meet our needs. Well, you know, you send somebody 100 pages, 200 pages, you've sweated over it for 10 years. It took me 20 years to write Never Marry in Morocco, which was about my experience.
It was an amazing book, yeah.
In the capital of Morocco and Spain. I loved those places, actually.
More about the films?
Well, anyway, so I wrote 11 screenplays, and I shopped them, and I went down to Hollywood. I went to pitch marts, pitching away, and then I got on inktip.com, and they would ask how many locations, budget, how many characters, and I went, duh. They want 1 location, they want 2, maximum 3 main characters, and they want a low budget because nobody can afford a $10 million script, and I've been writing things with 20 locations. It will cost at least $20 million to produce.
Wow.
Which is a total, you know, they just throw you in the trash. They throw most screenplays.
Well, that's really good for the people out there that are budding screenwriters, you know, because you're giving them great information. I mean, there you go. When you write something, folks, you have to write it. As Ginny
think of the audience said, and think of the people. Think of the people who are going to be paying for it above all. Because probably Cecil B. DeMille, it would be very unlikely that he would pick up your script, seeing as he's been dead for a long time, or any of the big firms. It would be someone small, and small people, such as myself, can afford maybe $20,000, maybe $100,000. I personally paid about $12,000 for my film. And anyway, I realized that what they wanted was horror.
Horror.
Horror takes place in the old Victorian house. You have 2 or 3 main characters. It's very simple. You know, you just write a bunch of stuff. Plot started forming in my head. And when you've written already 11 screenplays and you've always got plots running around in your head, everything becomes a movie to you, or a possible, you can spot them, you sense them. Anyway, so I sensed an easy movie of, you know, or a psychological horror movie of the young couple moving into this house to renovate it, you know, it's a fixer, and the reclusive, not really moving out and spooking them.
Good grief.
Along with a few other things, you know, she stabs the wall bleeds and groans, and you know, so it's got some psychological horror. You put some cool stuff in for whoever wants that cool stuff.
So when is the public going to see this movie, do you think?
When Max Margolin polishes it.
Okay, so it's really got a deadline. It's going to have an airing, so to speak?
Well, it all came together 3 years ago. I cast it, my Starbucks Central Casting. I got the manager,
Wow.
One of the managers, to play the father, and he happened to have a beautiful girlfriend, Ashlyn, to play the mother, and then I auditioned for a child, and I got the wonderful Summer Fox, who she was in Legally Blonde, the musical. Yeah, and she's also a science kid. She's got both left and right brain going. So I got this great cast together, almost everything together, but I didn't have a camera crew. Now, without a camera crew, you're not going to make much of a film. Yeah. But meanwhile, I was rehearsing them. They were going through this thing, had their lines memorized, and we were trying to make it natural. You know, we were using their own names. I was not directing at all, although I'm supposed to be the director, but I was letting them, you know, just do whatever felt most natural. I wanted the Blair Witch kind of feel, or Paranormal Activity, you know, that kind of thing. Anyway, there I was with, well, a friend was going to do it, but then it turned out there was a conflict of interest. So I was like, oh, what am I going to do? So I called I emailed another friend who was a film buff, and he said, well, you can scout around at UCSB, which I had already done, or City College, or you can email Max Margolin. I said, please give me his email. So I shot an email to Max. His father is Don Margolin. Don and Joyce Margolin are his parents here in Santa Barbara. His father was the father in All My Children.
Okay.
He's a retired actor.
Okay.
Max grew up here, and then he was in school at Cal State Northridge at the time. They could shoot it over the weekends, and I said, cool, and I'd pay for the gas and whatever they needed. And he didn't have a camera yet, so to pay him, I said, well, I'll pay for your high-definition Sony, which is what he wanted. So, you know, we got it all together, and I rented the bottom part of a friend's old Victorian house near Cottage, and we commenced, you know, and
so in actual fact, you've now got it in the can, so to speak?
It's in the can, except Max is now, he's
doing the editing and
3
stuff.
years, he's done the editing, all except for one tiny piece, one tiny shot.
Do you have a date that maybe the audience would like to know when this film is actually going to be?
Oh, well,
in
Warner
Santa
Brothers
Barbara?
will release it on June 3rd with a great deal of fanfare. Come on, I have to send it to film festivals. I have to bust my little derriere. It's
Okay,
not
so
easy.
that's what you have to do next. So
Yeah.
okay, so well, I think that we really. The only thing I would like to ask you is any personal stuff. You know, your family. Where were you born? Where were you raised? How many siblings? How many? You know.
Yeah, I was born in Washington, D.C., which is called Washington, D.C. out here, I learned. My dad was Navy. We moved around a lot. I've got a younger sister, 7 years younger, who complains about me being so much older. And my mother is 95,
Oh
still
my
living.
gosh! Congratulations.
I know, she's doing great.
Yes.
I swear, people say she's in better health than I am.
That's amazing, isn't it?
We have longevity on both sides. We live forever.
Everybody to know out there.
Well, just find interesting projects, follow your heart. Don't take computer science. Don't take accounting, business, etc. Don't do all those things they're telling you to do. Immerse yourself in things that you love,
Yes.
in literature, in the arts, and just push yourself, take jobs on the side, you know, whatever it takes to keep going, and you will live to be a very happy 95 like my mother.
Well, thanks, Jeannie. I think that you have it really in the barrel, because that's what I always say. You got to live out your dreams. You got to do what you love, and the money comes. It always does. I mean, here we are living in beautiful Santa Barbara. We can't be doing too bad, right? Jeannie Mariposa Dale. Jeannie has a few films, and as I know, she has 2 books. Never Marry in Morocco is definitely one, and of course,
The Bushy Twins
Yeah, the
Go to
Bushy
War.
Twins Go to War, which is all about President Bush's children, which is very funny. You need to read that book. Anyway, everybody, take care. Lucy Lucas saying bye-bye for now. But of course, wow, we better look carefully, because who's coming up next? Tutu. So everybody, watch out for Tutu. And Lucy Lucas saying bye-bye for now. See you next month with another surprise visitor. Bye now. Oh, I just received a text. Oh my goodness, you got me with my hair all in rollers. Anyway, I'm excited because Tutu time is about to happen, everybody. So all the boys and girls, get ready, because we have 2 wonderful stars coming to Tutu time today. All right, now I'm going to go get ready. Bye. See you at Tutu time. It's Tutu time. It's Tutu time. It's Tutu time for the young stars of Foreave. Tell me your goals, tell me your dreams, Tutu time. Tell me your goals, tell me your dreams at Tutu time. It's Tutu time and she loves you. Yeah, 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 it's Tutu time and she loves you. Yeah. Tell me your goals, tell me your dreams, you're the young stars of Foreave. Tutu time, Tutu time, it's Tutu time. Here we are again at Tutu time. And yes, I have Cami Ironson with us again, and she's got some really good things to tell you this month. So Cami, tell us all about whatever it is you brought to tell me about today.
This is my butt. It's my mama's, and it has all of the sound of music. And it has lots of pages in it. about Sound of Music.
Oh, it's the sound of music. Okay, do you think you can show? Oh, that looks like a good picture there. You want to show some of the pictures? Is that what you wanted to do?
Yep.
Are you doing this at school?
No.
Oh, you're not. But you just love this book, do you?
Yep.
And what? Tell me more about it.
It has like it has their weddings and
What happened in The Sound of Music? Do you remember?
yeah. First let me this night.
Was there lots of children in it?
Yep. Night 7.
There was 7 children in it, in The Sound of Music. Do you know, what do you know about it? Do you remember what the story was about?
Yeah.
What was it about?
Night that girl had a guitar that's like me, and she moved to a new place for she to live.
Oh, okay. Was there any boys in the family?
Yep, right there and right there, and I feel
So this is something you read at home?
yeah.
And this book was your mom's?
Yep, my
Wow,
mama's.
this is an old book. Oh, look, I think that's Julie Andrews, isn't it? Isn't that who did The Sound of Music? Julie Andrews? Was that the famous star?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, and she sings really beautiful, doesn't she?
And I know one of those songs.
No, you don't. You know one of those songs?
Yep.
I wonder if she'll sing it for us today. Do you think you'll sing for us today? You will?
Yep.
Okay, would you like to do it now?
Yes.
Okay, well then look at the camera and sing to everybody. Which song is it?
It's in The Sound of Music too.
It's in The Sound of Music. Okay. And do you know the name of the song you're going to sing?
Raindrops on Roses.
Oh my goodness, let's hear that. Do you want to stand up and sing?
No.
No, you want to just sit down and sing? Okay, there you go.
Raindrops on roses, stars on kittens, bright topper petals, and warm woolen mittens. Brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Dream color ponies and twist apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells, and schnitzel of noodles. Wildests that fly with moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses and blue satin sashes. Snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes. Silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bees stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad.
Yay, that was wonderful. That was beautiful. Well, thank you, Cammie.
You're welcome.
I'm welcome. Well, do you want to say bye-bye to everybody today?
Yep.
All right, let's say bye-bye from Tutu time.
Bye.
Did anybody you want to call out to?
No.
Nobody today? Oh, okay. All right, I'll say bye-bye to Sophie, your friend. Bye, Sophie. Isn't that your friend at school? All right, let's say bye-bye for Tutu time.
Bye.
Bye. Well, hello, everybody. Here we are at Tutu time again. And guess who I've got for you today? Yes, we have a returning guest, Jose Espinoza. And I'm looking forward to hearing what Jose has to say, because as you know, we're following Jose with his dream and goals. And one of the things he wants to be when he finishes school is a businessman who is an entrepreneur in his own right. So I'm going to hand it over to Jose. How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
What's going on with you? And you tell me about your life, what's going on at school, and where you're up to with your dream.
Well, school is great. You know, the usual, just the same as last time. And with my life, I live downtown now, so everything's going well there. And I've just came up with an idea. Well, not exactly an idea, but more of a dream kind of. I planned something out. I planned like a business out. So
what are you saying? Like a business plan?
like a business plan.
There
yeah.
you go. Like a financial plan?
No,
For
like
the business, or like an idea
like an
to
idea,
create
yeah.
a business?
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
so he's put a plan together, which is what you do when you have dreams and goals, right?
Yeah.
You have an idea, you write down your dream, and then you decide, what does that dream take? What do I have to do to make that dream happen, make that goal come to fruition or come to fruit, whatever. So you tell us all about it.
Yeah. Well, I have 3 different businesses I want to start. The first one, because I need getting capital. I need save some money. Okay, let me start. I was hired by the city a couple weeks ago. I work for an attorney. I'm an assistant. I just filed some documents, translate, because I'm bilingual if needed. And then I just do all sorts of little things like that in the office, just being an assistant, taking calls, etc. And I really want to save up money, so I'm using the money I'm getting there, save it up to build a capital in order to start my other businesses. And then I'm trying to start like small businesses. I mean, one small business with like walking dogs, house sitting, babysitting, all kinds of different sorts of things. You know, and then I'm trying to use those 2 things. First, I'm trying to get business cards so I get handed over to people, and they can get my contact and all sorts of things. So, and then just gain more trust with the community and stuff like that.
That sounds a great idea. So, are you able to tell us where you're working, the company? Maybe they would like you to give it a little plug on television.
Yeah, I work for the housing department
Nice.
of Santa Barbara.
Oh, wonderful. He works for the housing department of Santa Barbara. Now, that's really wonderful on your resume.
Yeah.
And also the fact that you're on TV, you can always show them a DVD and
Yeah,
say, hey,
exactly.
look at me, here I am.
Yeah.
I'm a trustworthy person, I can work for you.
Yeah.
So what's really good, have you got around to, say, starting your own little, well, you probably have Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so how can people find you on Facebook? If there's anyone out there that wants your dog walked, that wants your babysat, who wants just maybe an assistant to help you.
Yeah.
And he's such a lovely, good-looking boy, isn't he?
Thank you.
My goodness, his brother and his mum's very lucky to have such a
Thank you.
handsome man.
Thank
I
you.
think he's going to be successful. I feel the man has been successful in just a month. My goodness.
Yeah.
Well, this is great. So
Yeah.
what else? Can you give them your Facebook?
Oh yeah, Jose Espinoza. I'm registered as Jose Espinoza, and you can contact me there. My phone number is 805-698-2540.
That's 805-698
2540.
2540. That's 805-698-2540.
Yeah.
If you need to get a hold of Jose, he will definitely answer his phone. And I know that you also take texts, so if you just wanted to text him so he could text you back, there's a great way to do it. And
Of
also
course.
on Facebook, so you're Jose Espinoza on Facebook?
Yeah, on Facebook.
Is there because I'm sure there's millions of Jose Espinosas, isn't there?
Yeah, it's
Is there a middle?
no. A profile pictures of me surfing.
Oh, okay. So the Jose Espinoza who's surfing on Facebook, and obviously he's got Santa Barbara as his hometown.
Yeah.
So wonderful. This is great news. So
Yeah.
you must be very excited.
Yeah, I am indeed very excited. And then I met this lady. She has a shop downtown.
Oh.
And she's about to retire. So she told me once she retired, which will be like in a few months, she will be able to hand down the office to me. So that could be my office place, because my second business, I want to start a clothing company,
A clothing company.
like a brand.
Wow, you've
That's where I
got
wanna
some
start.
great dreams. This is wonderful.
Yeah.
We are going to be following Jose, that's for sure.
Yeah. So that's my second business idea. I just want to start a clothing brand. And for this clothing brand, I just need a office, a place where I could. My mom's a great tailor. She knows how to make clothing, all sorts of things. So I'm hire some other people I know as well that know how to make material like clothing, suits, dresses for little girls. My mom did a couple of years in Fiesta.
Oh, wonderful.
You know those dresses they use for
Wonderful.
the dances. She did a couple of those a few years ago. She has a lot of experience doing that, and I'm gonna use her so I could build my own company for clothing.
That's wonderful.
And I will use in the location downtown as my office.
That's lovely. So a lot of really good things have come your
Yeah.
way, Jose.
Yeah.
I'm very, very excited. Well, let's say bye-bye to Jose right now.
See you
Bye-bye,
guys.
and we'll look forward to hearing all about Jose's exciting life as an entrepreneur,
Yeah.
getting his dreams and goals to come to fruition. So any of you out there that have dreams and goals, I'm sure just listening to Jose has really encouraged you to keep on those dreams and goals and write a plan, because I am blown away, Jose, that you did it. So let's say bye-bye for now.
See ya.
Bye-bye from Woodstock Festival for April, and I'm thrilled to say I have my daughter with me today. Yes, Donna Rose Orr, who has been doing her dreams since she was about 14 or 15. And she works with the local schools, and her actual title, entrepreneur in the world of color guard, and it's an ensemble director. And she's going to explain everything about her life and why she really got into this profession and why she loves doing it. So she's going to tell us all about herself. So Donna Rose, tell us how it all began and why you love it so much.
Well, it all began, I'm a local, so I went to Santa Barbara Junior High for junior high school, and back then they had a whole performing arts budget before budget cuts. So I was able to take, you know, my dance classes, my theater classes, all of my music classes. And one day there was a flyer for auditions for color guard, and I also was a part of the band program because I played violin for a multiple amount of years. And I wanted to stay in music, but at the same time I wanted to pursue my passion for dance and for performance arts. So it just seemed really good because color guard is a group of girls and or boys that perform with the marching band during the fall season, and then we go out on our own and we perform in gymnasiums and compete separately in the spring season. So it just seemed really appealing for me. Plus, I had friends that were going to do it as well. And I do have to say that you know, obviously at first I don't know what it is. I'm starting to get into it. You don't fall in love with things right away. But the nice thing about anything going into high school is when you have friends in something and you're a part of a group already. I think that keeps children out of trouble. I think it kept me out of trouble. The most trouble I got into was nothing compared to what these kids do if they're not involved in school. So, so I think, you know, keeping me in an extracurricular activity was really important, and it actually proved to be, you know, what kept me going to school. So, you know, through high school, I did it all 4 years.
You started at Santa Barbara High School,
I started
didn't
at Santa
you?
Barbara High School. There was about 18 of us girls when I first started. Absolutely loved every second of it. And then my junior year, we moved out to Goleta, and I ended up living right across the street from DP. So it turned out to be ridiculous to take the bus in the morning every day. So I decided to, like, you know, make the change. And so I transferred to DP, and there was no program that was anything compared to Santa Barbara's music program or color guard program. So when I got there, I basically decided to, like, take it upon myself to, you know, make something fun of this and just make it a program while I was there.
I
And-
remember that. I remember that you came home and you were like, Mommy, they don't even have a program here properly. And I said, wow, what are you going to do about it? It's up to you then, I guess. And she really did take it on herself to go in there. And you were basically even training them or something.
Well, we didn't have a coach. We had an advisor that was one of the cheer advisors. So she didn't know anything about color guard. So I took everything that I had learned and just basically applied it. And I started choreographing at a really young age. I was 16 and just doing my best to design and choreograph what I knew at the time. And it was great. It was a great way to like end my last 2 years of high school. And
you went on to an independent program, I remember, after high school.
Yeah, so my summer finishing high school, I was 17 years old. I graduated early because I was young. And this independent group, which is kind of like a club sport. So if you know what a club sport is, you basically get to do your own sport outside of a school activity. And so it's for the older, kids, and they get to continue to do their sporting event. So it's the same thing in the color guard field. It's like the professional rink or as professional you can get with it, because of course it's never going to be the NFL and you're never going to get paid thousands of dollars to do this, multiple millions. But of course it's still something that we all love to do. So we all there's a sporting event for us to do.
You went to, I believe that it's called World Guard International, and
it's WGI means Winter Guard International, and
okay.
It's basically the biggest realm for what I do, and and this is the indoor season that I'm talking about, so that means that it's just pure color guard inside a gym. And then also on the other side of that it's also pure drumline inside of a gym. I went and did that, for a good amount of years. It was like 4 or 5 years. Diamante Winter Guard, independent. We were the Diamond Dolls.
Diamond Dolls.
And we were based in East LA, so I would travel down there and practically live there for 4 days out of the week, come back here for like 3 or 4 days of the week and work, and then go right back down, and we would perform every weekend, rehearse through the weekend as well. So it was
and then
crazy.
You went to April, and then you went in April.
In April, every April becomes championships. So every April we go to Dayton, Ohio, or wherever they decide the championships are. But lately it's been in Ohio, probably because low pricing for everything.
Maybe.
But yeah, so we go out there and we made finals every year, and to perform in front of in an arena in front of thousands of people. I mean, this arena carried almost 10,000 people all the way around you. We're in this little gym, but it's this arena that professional basketball players play in, and we're using it for our championships, for the international championships, is the best feeling in the whole entire world.
Yes.
To be able to say that I got to do that is really impressive, I think. And
you brought home
I brought it.
Silvers.
Yeah, I definitely got a silver medal. I got, I've gotten multiple gold medals for states, for state competitions. So, it was a really exciting part of my life. And at the same time, I wanted to teach. I wanted to go back to teaching because I had taken a break. When I graduated high school, I really wanted to pursue my own performance. And when I did that, and then so at the same time, I decided, okay, I want to start teaching, people back in my own town, because it was very limited here for the coaches and the quality of coaches and the quality of instruction that they were given to the children. So, I came back, I interviewed for the job at San Marcos High School, and, they called me back and offered me the job, and that was about 5 years ago today. So we're going on 6 years there. And that was just so great. The San Marcos High School band program really has their stuff together, and despite all the budget cuts from the state, not giving us any money, basically I'm not paid from the state, I'm paid, out of the kindness of the parents' hearts. Then that is the reason we're so successful. The school this past season, we got gold medal at state championships.
Oh, exciting.
The season before that, we got bronze. The season before that, silver. The season before that, gold. So it's definitely a group that achieves at a high rate, and it's really nice. And the girls are great. I think it really promotes leadership in young women, and well, I've had some young men as well, but for like right now I have all young women. But to see a young teenager come to me super excited and say, Idonna Rose, I got into UC San Diego. Idonna Rose, I got into, UC Santa Barbara. There, this and that. Thank you so much for my letter of recommendation. Oh, the band director gave me a letter of recommendation. Like this is the future, and I really feel like, I enjoy my job so much, and luckily I get paid to do my passion. And I'm not saying it wasn't a hard job getting there. You had to put your dues in, but I feel like every day or every time I'm there with them, I get to see what the future will look like, and I get to have a piece of what the future is going to be.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And we have to think that way, because the school system right now is not the best at all. No. I was very fortunate that that we were brought up in Santa Barbara, California, in this beautiful place. And I was also in a time where the public school system, gave us instruments. Pick whatever thing you wanted to play. Gave us all these free programs. Go, we want to put on a performance. Let's put you on stage. Let's get you involved. Leadership class, all of these things. But they were all free. They were all something that the community and the school district and the state basically gave to us as children. And they don't get that anymore. These kids have to work so hard. And
well, they put on fundraisers. That's why, folks, when you see the children out there, car washes and all their raffles, they're usually doing it for some kind of program at school.
Yeah.
So it's really important that we support that.
Yeah, it is. And everyone right now in the economy is hurting. We're all hurting. It's a really tough time. But when you really think about it, California, when it comes to the school system, unfortunately, has not got it right yet. No. And, we're working on it. We try to work on it every election time. And but when you see that fundraiser, for sure, $10, where else would you spend your $10? Maybe on gas, but could you spare an extra? Because this one child, that pays for their instruction. That pays for their costumes. That pays for their warm-ups. And to see the pride of a 14-year-old girl to be able to wear a jumpsuit that says San Marcos High School Dance Guard is absolutely amazing. And that's what that fundraiser pays for.
So, Idonna Rose, tell us what's going on now in the future, what's happening this year in 2013 with the Color Guard, and I know you work for both schools, DP and San Marcos.
So I got hired at DP this past year, so it's been kind of a crazy year. Dos Pueblos. So with Dos Pueblos, basically it's a building year. I mean, they don't have a program, literally don't have a program. So we have to kind of build from the ground up. And so with that, the goal is we're going to have a dance workshop every other week, hopefully, and we're gonna just invite free dance workshop, invite elementary school students, junior high students, even high school students, and we just learn the basics of dance, learn a little routine, perform it at the end to each other, and just have a good time, and in the hopes that will create some sort of want to be involved, and so that will create the team there. That's the hope. Luckily, the band boosters at Dos Pueblos has offered to pay for that. So that is actually it's a really nice, it's a nice gesture from their part to want to have a program and put money into doing this for the community. So that's really nice. And at San Marcos, we are actually in a higher division, which is great. It's a little scary, but they've been doing really well. They got third at their first show. We went to Arizona 2 weeks ago for a WGI regional, so the biggest circuit that you can compete in, what I used to compete in. I took my own kids there, so that was great. And they did really well. The goal was to make finals, and they not only made finals, but they came back with a plaque. They got third place.
So, wow, that's exciting.
So it's really exciting to see where the program has come from when I first started there. I mean, it was the ground up as well. So it's really nice to see. And, when you have a student from freshman year to senior year, the amount of improvement that happens from there. And it not only improves one child, but improves the whole group and the whole program. So it's really nice to be a part of that. And so we have a competition this Saturday down in Bellflower High School. So that's in East LA around Downey area. And then after that, we're going to have another competition on the 23rd of next week. And that'll be at Valencia High School. And then we're gearing up for one more and then championships. And championships is around mid-April, and that's going to be Long Beach area or Irvine area. It's still undecided.
Wow. So are you doing any fundraisers right now that people can look out for?
Yeah, well, they just did one. San Marcos just did one at the Mobile Station Car Wash at Fairview and Hollister, so that is no more. But we do have a Panda Express fundraiser that is coming up, and that's on March 22nd. It's a Friday. And you do need to present a flyer.
Okay, but this is April right now.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. But is that going to be an ongoing thing
No.
if people go into Panda? Is there
No.
anything that you have ongoing? Like there's some schools that have things
basically ongoing is sponsorship. That's all. That's always ongoing, and we have a PayPal account. So if you go onto the website, sanmarcosroyals.org or smhsroyals.org, you can get to our site, which is the band program site, and then from there you can go onto our PayPal and just give us money if you have extra money.
Yeah, so folks, if ever you want to sponsor something that's really something wonderful, and also I'm sure it's also tax.
It is. It's a tax write-off.
It's a tax
It's
write-off.
a non-profit organization because it's a booster organization, just like any athletic organization. They have their boosters as well.
We'll tell them their website again.
I believe it is smroyals.org. You can get to it through the district website as well.
Which is?
That is sbsdk12.org. .edu, sorry.
.edu.
sbsdk12.edu.
Great. And so, Idonna Rose, so you have quite a full year coming up for yourself.
It's never ending. If you finish one season, you start training for the next. You start recruiting for the next. You start doing all that. But truthfully, we are not teaching these children just about how to spin a flag, just about how to point your toes and spin in the air. We're teaching these kids to have accountability. You need to be at rehearsal on time. If you're on time, we're starting on time. If you have to be at school or you have to be at work at 8 o'clock, you don't leave your house at 8 o'clock, right? No, you leave your house before that so that you are there, and then you start work at 8 o'clock. So we start rehearsal at the proposed time. So, what does that teach a young adult? Okay, they take that into their workplace later on in life. They take that when they go to college. Okay, I need to actually show up to college. It teaches them how to be a part of a team. What it means for someone else is counting on you.
That's wonderful.
There's no alternates in our situation. Everyone has a position. They all need to be there. So if you do something wrong and you don't come, you're letting down everyone else in your team, which is the same in life.
And also, if the folks wanted to ever see it locally, you do I know that
we do a community performance.
They do a community
definitely.
performance. Is there any of those coming up?
There's going to be one in April. And I believe right now it is tentatively dated for the last week of April.
Oh, good, because trouble is this gets shown this gets shown the last Saturday of April.
Right.
But I'm sure there's more coming up all the time.
Always
And
more.
if,
You'll see us at the Christmas parades downtown.
Oh, that's right.
So,
we do lots.
yeah.
And Independence, probably in July, right?
No, we won't do those.
You don't do
No,
the
we don't do
Independent
those.
one in July
No.
anymore? Okay. Didn't you used to, though? You did.
I did when I was
You
in high
did
school.
when you were. Yeah, I remember. I went there. Well, so everybody look out at the Christmas parades. Halloween? No.
No. Just the Christmas parade in locally downtown, or any of the high school, DP, even Santa Barbara has a group, and San Marcos. Any of their football games, they perform at halftime.
Oh yes, all the football games they do. That's what was very exciting too, to see the halftime shows with the bands and the color guard. Well, Idonna Rose, thank you so much for coming on the Mini Woodstock Festival.
Thanks
I'm
for
very
having me.
proud, as you know, she's my daughter. So I'm very, very proud of our daughter and on all the efforts and everything you've done to do her dreams. I mean, as parents, we both tried to do our dreams, and we've always tried to instill that in our children. And I hope everybody out there listening, do your dreams no matter what, or you won't be happy, right?
Right. But make sure you take action. Don't just sit there and hope that things will happen and fall in your lap, because they won't. Life does not work like that. You pay your dues and you keep pushing forward and you demand certain changes and you'll make it happen. You can't just sit there.
Wow. Well, thanks, Donna Rose.
Thank
You for coming to the Mini Woodstock Festival, and we'll look forward to hearing how she's doing and how the schools are doing in Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
Well, take care, everybody. It was lovely to see you, and look forward to seeing you again, Donna Rose.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Very excited today to have at the Dream Machine USA in our Mini Woodstock Festival studio. We have Ms. Pokery. Actually, that's if you know her on Facebook. But Miss Tigger, or Tigger, as everybody knows her as, in her world in the UK and France and everywhere else that she actually sings. And we have the Foreave Stars International Tigger. Is it just Tigger or Tracy Tigger Savage?
Yeah, when I perform, I usually put Tracy Tigger Savage.
Okay.
But everyone calls me Tigger.
Okay, so everyone calls her Tigger, and I'm very excited because Tigger, you actually perform around the UK, you perform in France and anywhere. Now you're performing in the USA, and we're very excited about that. And what I want to hear from you is tell us a bit about your performing career. You know, as an entrepreneur in the entertainment field, this is what Mini Woodstock Festival's about. It's about sharing your life as an entrepreneur in the entertainment field, whatever that may be. And I do know that you are a singer, songwriter, musician, guitarist, you name it. So tell us all about you as the entrepreneur entertainer.
Okay, where to begin? Crikey. I have been gigging for 10 years in the south of France, doing mostly quite swanky sort of private gigs, also like the restaurants and terraces and all that throughout the summer season.
Oh,
so
nice.
had about
Fun.
a decade doing that in the south of France. Then I returned to the UK. Didn't work for a couple of years because I was really unwell. In the last year or so, back on my feet, back out there. Found, my daughter, my eldest daughter, actually has fallen in love with a bass player who's also a fantastic guitarist and pianist and understands the technicalities of music so much better than I do. So now I gig with my son-in-law in a duo.
Rather convenient.
Yeah, it really is, yeah.
That's lovely.
And he does what mum-in-law says, you know, so that works well.
So what's this bass player's name?
His name is James Lambeth, and he plays in a reggae originals festival band called Samsara back in the UK. They're absolutely superb. They travel all over Europe as well. I don't know if they've hit the States yet, but he finds time still to come and do the pub gigs and the events, festivals and things like that with me.
Oh, that's wonderful. So if somebody wanted to get a hold of you, how would they get a hold of you, Tigger, to perform at their event, or maybe it's a private event, or
there's
it's a wedding,
there's
or
a few ways. First of all, if they wanted to hear my voice, they can go to MySpace, so www.myspace.com/Tracy Tig Savage. That would be just a listen though, because I don't really maintain that page. It's just literally got the demo up on it.
Say it again, one more time.
www.myspace.com/Tracy without the E Tig Savage. Okay, and to actually contact me directly, I've got the Sacred Breath at live.co.uk, and that is it's like you can get in touch with me for gigs for sure, but also any advice on breath work, which I do quite a lot of, diaphragmatic breathing for singing, for stage presence and for healing, and I just give that advice for free. So if anyone wants to get in touch about that, they're more than welcome. And you can hit me up on Facebook, Tiggery Pokery, as you said earlier.
That's wonderful. And but also you were telling me you do actually do a workshop.
That's right.
So is that where they get a hold of you in that where you just said? Or
Yeah,
I thought that was sort of like a workshop that people could actually come.
Physical workshop, but it's an online thing as well. I don't have a website yet because
I see.
I've just recently changed countries. and I haven't been well and that sort of thing, I'm literally in the middle of redesigning the whole brand. So there isn't a website where you can go and look at the sacred breathwork. What you can do is just ask me about it, so as you've just done. And yes, I run workshops, physical workshops that people come to. I also do one-to-ones back in the UK. There's a charge on a kind of sliding scale of what people can afford, because I want this work to be accessible to everyone. Breathing, deep diaphragmatic proper breathing, is not just important for having a good stage presence and singing and all the rest of it. It's great for focusing your mind. It's fantastic for meditation. It's brilliant for healing. It's just, for mental clarity, memory, all those kind of things. It's a really useful tool, and I'm absolutely committed to sharing what I've learnt with as many people as I can.
Oh, that's wonderful. So what's in store for the future?
Who knows? I've got the hand fasting with my beloved coming up in June.
That sounds lovely. Tell them a little bit about that.
We've both been married before, we're both divorced, so we didn't really want just to sign a piece of paper so that the state goes, oh yeah, okay, you're married. So we decided, as I'm a pagan and he's very open to anything, that we would do a hand fasting, which is the old-fashioned tying the knot. Fasting coming from the word fastening or fasten.
Fastening.
Nothing to do with diet, it's to do with this wrapping a cord or a beautiful ribbon or something around both the hands so that those two people are joined. And we've got a druid booked, we've got some outside space, but because it's in England, we've got a big marquee arranged as well in case the weather's inclement, and hopefully as many friends as family joining us as possible, and lots of musicians. It'll be a very musical day.
Oh, it's going to be wonderful. So, well, I do know that you are going to play for us too, and we're going to have a bit of a jam with Tigger. Looking forward to this a real lot. And I just want to say, Tigger, it's just been such a pleasure. You've stayed with us. They've been with us for about 2 weeks. We're so happy that you were able to find it, out of your busy schedule to come and see us and actually come on the Mini Woodstock Festival and share about your art, because that's what it's about. It's about everybody being, in this cooperative. And please tell your friends, if they're coming over to the USA and they make it to Santa Barbara, to come and see us. We'd love to see them, and we really appreciate you coming. So
Oh, absolutely.
Give me a hug, sweetie. Thank you.
Thank you for making it also accessible to all the artists.
Oh, you're very welcome. We love you guys. And she's going to come back, and we're going to have some jamming. Yay. Tigger from the UK bands, including Cooperative, with Asbia.
In a field there stands a scarecrow, his head all full of straw. His world is full of someone else's cause, and he doesn't know what he is for. In a field there stands a scarecrow, his mind all full of straw. He's not yet understood that it's someone else's corn, but he's dreaming, oh he's dreaming of so much more. I will not protect your corn, I am freeborn. In the field there stands a scarecrow, and he knows there's so much more. Oh, let the fat black crows eat someone else's corn. And he's waking, oh he's waking every shore. He will protect your corn, we are freeborn. In a field there stands a straw man, and he listens searching for his call. He's looking for strong men he used to know. They are dancing to their song. We will protect our cause. We are freeborn. We will protect our cause. We are freeborn. We will protect our cause. We are freeborn. Far away from you, the same stars still shine, though we are countries apart. How slow the time passes through bottles and glasses. I mysteriously hope you're still mine. Far away from you, full of red wine, like I was when I left that late night. How quick the words came, and I hurt you again, and I hurt myself the same time. Wipe away the tears, wipe away the years. Can we clean the slate once again? Tears and wine have flooded, left us both bruised and blooded. It was no intention of mine. Far away from you, I can't see the stars. My eyes are all damp, must be dew. And photos creased with wear, all stained with my beer. But I see in my heart it's still you. Yes, I see in my heart it's still you.
Yay! Dedicated to Ray Everett in the south of France. We've been watching the Mini Woodstock Festival. Join us next night.
Call the